Hi, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create this business receipt in Word. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open a new document, and the way in which we're going to do this and keep everything as neat as possible is into a table. So we'll go up to Insert, Table, click on the drop down, go down to Insert Table, and I'm going to select 5 columns and 33 rows and click OK. Now you can see my rows are very narrow at the moment, so I'm just going to select my table either by clicking on this square at the top left here or by just clicking and dragging across my entire table. Then I'm going to go up to Layout and along to Height, and in the height I'm going to select 0.7 and press Enter. Maybe I'll raise that to 0.8, 0.75, 0.74. Okay, so everything at the moment is positioned at the top of my cells to the left. And as you can see, the shading is up towards the top of my cells. But for the majority of what we're going to do today, I would like the text in the center but over to the left. So again, make sure the whole of the table is selected. Go to Layout and along to this section here. Now you can select any of these and this shows you where your text will lie in each of your cells. I'm going to select this one here, align to center left. So when I type, everything will be in the center left of my cells. Now at the moment we've got lots and lots of border lines all the way around every single cell, which if we look at our original, you can see that actually we've only got a few of those border lines. So we need to take them out. So once again, select the table, go to Table Design, go along to this Borders section here and click on this icon here on the drop down, and we're going to go all the way down to No Borders. Now once I've taken out the borders, you can see everything vanishes and it's going to be really hard to work where I can't see where all the cells are. So in order to see the cells, if you go up to Borders here, click on the drop down and go down to View Grid Lines and click. Now you'll see that there's some grey dotted lines around each of the cell borders. This means that although you can see where the cells are, if you were to print this out or save it as a PDF, you wouldn't be able to see these grid lines. These are just guides for you. So what we can do is manipulate this table and then come back at the end and then put all the grid lines in that we choose, or all the border lines. Now in order to move these lines so that we can enter all the different data, all you need to do is simply hover your cursor over the line that you want to move, click, and then just drag it. And that will move those lines. Now you can see it moves the entire line all the way down this table. If you only want to move an individual line, let's just say this one here, select the 2 cells either side of it, click in the middle, wait till the cursor changes, and then you can just move that one line because you've selected those cells. Once again, you can do that with several cells. Again, select them and then you can just move this line in the middle here. So it's really versatile. In addition to that, you can merge the cells. So if you want all of these cells here to be one cell, just select them all, go to Layout and go along to Merge Cells here and just click. And as you can see, that will take those cells and merge them into one cell. If you want to go back, just press Command or Control Z. So those are a few of the basic instructions. So if we switch the grid lines on for this particular design, let's just go across to Borders and put the grid lines in. So now you can see where all the grid lines are for this particular table. So we've merged many of the cells at the top here. So all I'm going to do is go back to this one and I'm going to merge all of these cells here. So select them all, go up to Layout, Merge Cells, along to here, Layout, Merge Cells. And then all you'll need to do in these cells is just enter your own personal details. So here we've got the company name, so it'll be your company name, your details such as address, email addresses, websites, phone numbers, and also the date. So I'm just going to select all of this data, I'm going to copy it, Command or Control C, go back to my document and just paste that in. Now if you press enter here, you can extend those rows, but it will have a knock-on effect to your next page. Now if that happens, you can delete cells at the bottom here. So you can just grab this row here, just press delete on your keyboard and it will say shift cells left, just click OK, and it will take that line of cells off at the bottom there. Now again, I can move this line in the center. So if I just select these two cells, wait till my cursor changes, and I can just move this line over. And then all I need to do again is grab my logo, copy it, and just go to this cell and paste it. Again, this will be your own logo. If you place your logo into your document, usually you'll go to Insert, Picture, Picture from File, then select your picture from your folders. If you bring it into Word and you can't move it around, all you need to do is select it, right-click on it, go down to Wrap Text, and then simply select in front of text, and that will allow you to move your icon or your logo anywhere on your page. Now don't forget, at any point you can just simply select your table, go to Table Design, go to Borders, and you can just switch off grid lines. And then you can just have a look and see how you're getting on and whether you like the design. Go straight back up to Borders and just click View Grid Lines and they'll switch back on. Next thing to do is to just go to this Build section here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, but we've also got 2 rows here. So we're going to do 4 by 2. So going back to my document. So we're going to merge these 2 cells here, Layout, Merge Cells, and then we're going to select 4 of these rows. Again, Layout, Merge Cells. This column here can be completely merged, Layout, Merge Cells, and then once again we'll merge these 4 cells here, and then all I'm going to do is select these 2 cells. I'm just going to move this column over a bit. Then I'm going to select all of these and just merge them, and once again just select these series of cells and just move this line over here. Again, I'm just going to enter in all the details, so select it all, copy and paste. Once all your information is in, once again you can go ahead and you can simply manipulate this if you want to. Okay, so then we've got a deeper cell here, so there's about 3 rows here incorporated with this receipt element here. So go back to the document, we'll select 3 rows and merge them together, Layout, Merge, and then again we'll grab this text, whoops, now this is just ordinary text and we just increased the size of it and turned it bold. If you want to change the colour of your text, just select it, go to the Home tab, go along to this icon here, click on the drop down, and then you can just select from any of these colours, or you can go to more colours and select another variety of colours from the colour wheel. Next we're going to go down to this section here, which is obviously where you put all of your details. So for this one I've got 10 rows, so I'm going to go back to my document and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for these I am going to put the border lines in straight away just to give me a better guide of separating them out from the rest of the details. So I've selected my 10 rows, go up to Table Design, along to Borders, click on the drop down and select All Borders, and that will just put those border lines in there for me. Next we're going to enter description, quantity, unit price and total. So you can see here we've only got 4 columns and on here we've got 5 columns. So all we need to do for this section is select it, go up to table layout, go to split cells, which seems odd because we're not actually going to split them. We've got 10 rows which we want to keep, but we only want 4 columns. So we just select 4, click OK, and Word will transform those 5 columns into 4. Now the last column we want to line up with this line here, because obviously we want to continue that line across there. So all we'll do is just select these set of cells and then just move that line over there. Then again, we can move these lines over because these are just going to have numbers in. And then we'll just put in description. Now for this, we're going to customize it. We're going to select them all, go to the Home tab, go to the bucket icon here, click on the drop down and select from any color. I've selected a recent color here. Then I want to change my font to white, so I'm going to go to font color here and change it to white. But I'm also going to center all of my text in my cells, so I just click center text. Next section now is the comment section here. So we're going to miss out a row and then we're going to put comments in. So let's miss out this row here and then merge these 2 cells together. Layout, merge cells, and just type comments. The next part is we're going to make these 2 columns here. So go back. We're just going to select all these cells here. We're going to leave the row at the bottom. Again, we're going to move this over for the numbers. Then just select this column here and merge it. Layout, merge cells. Select this column here, layout, merge cells. And then all we're going to do is type 1, enter 2, enter 3. And then let's go and grab this text. So this will be any instruction you have for your clients, the way you want the payments, etc. So these numbers don't quite correlate with this text here. So I'm going to select all of this, go up to layout, go to top left, and then again select all of this, go to layout, top left, and then they should all correlate quite nicely. The reason they don't is because I have reduced the size of this font. So I'm going to reduce the size of this font here. So select it, go to the Home tab, and I'm going to go to this Reduce Font Size tool here. I think it was size 10. Let's just check. Yep, size 10. And then just move this 3 down by clicking Enter. And now all of those numbers correlate. Now what I can do is move those numbers over to the right if I want to. Let's see how that looks. Go to Layout, top right. Let's just turn the border lines off or the guidelines off. Just have a look at that. No, I think I'm going to move them back over. So just press Command or Control Z and once again, and they'll go back to their original position. What I can do is just select these 2 cells and actually just move this line over so that the text is a little closer to the numbers. Once again, I'm going to select this comment section here and we're just going to put in a color and change the font to white. So select the cell, go to the Home tab, select the bucket icon. You can just click on it now if it's the color you've chosen. And again, it's white on the font color, so you can just click that and it will turn to white. The next thing we're going to do is create this section here. So this is now only 2 columns. So again, we're going to go back, select this section here, go back up to Layout, split cells, keep our 9 rows, but we just want 2 columns. Click OK. Okay, let's try another way. Let's try this section here. Split cells, 9 rows, 1 column, click OK. There we go, that's worked. Then we're going to just select that section again and we're going to move this line over to here. And then we can enter all the details down here. So if we go back to the original, we can simply select all of this text here, press copy, Command or Control C, just click at the top here, Command or Control V. Now sometimes it will paste beautifully, other times it won't. If it doesn't, just select the text, click and drag it across, and you can move that across. Now I'm going to move all this text over to the right, so select it all, go up to Layout, and then I'm going to Center Right. Along the bottom here, I'm going to merge this row, so just select it all, Layout, Merge Cells, and just type thank you for your business. And then again, select all of that to center it, Layout, Center Text. I'm going to go to the Home tab and just increase the size of that and just turn it to bold. And then I'm going to actually merge these two cells here just to make that amount paid, the sort of final figure, a little bit bigger. So we're just going to merge these two, Layout, Merge Cells. And again, these two I'm going to merge, Layout, Merge Cells. And then if you want to, you can change the color of this cell to stand out a little more. Before we do that though, let's go to Table Design. And then let's just take off the grid lines and see how that looks. Now the only difference between that and the original is that we've just got a couple of lines in there. Let's just select the table and take out those grid lines. So we've just got these two lines here which we're going to put in. So we go up to this cell here, go to Borders, View Grid Lines, and then click on the border again. Make sure that your cursor has clicked on the cell here. And then we want to insert the bottom border. So let's just click bottom border. You can see it's coming there. And then once again, on this one, we want that bottom border, which is already selected here. So just click on it. Now you can see these border lines aren't the same. So again, you can just click on these set of cells here and move this line. So you can do this by eye, or if you select these two cells and go to Layout, you can see the width here is 5.51. So if you want them exactly the same, click on it, and then you can just move this to 5.51. Let's just delete that. Press Enter. And then you can just move this line into the side here. And now these two set of cells are exactly the same width. Now we want to put these border lines in here and just this text. So let's just copy the text and then paste the text. Now something funny's gone on here. So if we select this text, move it across. So I've selected top and bottom of this cell here, and then press delete on your keyboard, shift cells left, click OK, and it will get rid of that cell there. Let's just select these, go to Table Design, go to Borders, click on the drop down and select all borders. And now you can see we've now got all of those borders around there. Let's go to Borders again and just switch off the grid lines, and then you can review your receipt. So I need to move this number 3 up because it's not in line with the first line of this section here. And I think I'm really happy with how that's turned out. So the reason I've done this in a table is because you can see how flexible it is. It keeps everything in line. You can move all the lines, you can adjust it, you can merge them, you can split them, and it's actually really versatile. Once you've created this, you can then save it as a template. Let me just move this text over here. Let's just go to Layout, move it that way. There we go. So you can now save this as a template. If you go to File, Save as Template. Now when you save it, you have to make sure, first of all, it's in templates. Second of all, it's saving as a Microsoft Word template. That will ensure that then it's embedded into your software. So when you open a file in Word, you'll have your templates, and I'll show you that now. So let's just type receipt. and then click save. So what will happen then is if I just close all of this down and then just open a Word document, you can see that if you go to new, you've got personal, which means all of your personal templates and office templates. These are all the ones that just come with the software. And you can see here I've got something called receipt, which I've saved, and this is now a template. So I can now click on this, click create. So as you can see, Word has now opened this as document 3. And you can go ahead now and make as many changes as you like, put in all of your details. And when you go to save, let's just click save. It would automatically ask you to save this as a completely different document. So that will mean that you'll create a new document, but your template will always remain in your software. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please subscribe and have a great day.